Hi. You are about to enter another dimension.
Life sure is strange sometimes.
Today, we will explore the land of the weird, home of the strange. So, welcome to this world of strangeness.
The twilight.
있지, 어서 와. 있지는 처음이지?
There are many mysteries in life. Strange things can happen to some people. But why? Well, we are trying about to find out.
It's just a dream.
Go back to sleep.
That's the morning and you think, why I had this very weird dream. It did not feel like a dream. Maybe you had a real connection with someone during sleep. If so, well, it's only the beginning. Chords of attachment, out-of-body experiences, past life, twin flame, fifth dimension, you don't understand, and you don't know about it. Listen now, I'll explain to you.
Admit it, you've all had this exact nightmare.
Dreams can get pretty weird sometimes. When you wake up from one that was particularly bizarre, or vivid, you might feel relieved it was only a dream, one you'll never have to experience again. Well, that last part might not always be the case. Some dreams come back not just once, but again and again. If you have recurring dreams, you might wonder what they mean and whether your brain is trying to There's nothing scarier than sense of presence. That's a real connection, a dream that started out like a nightmare. Sometimes dreams make a sense. But, what does your dream mean? And what do you think your dream means? Dreams host intricate mysteries of life. Anyway, it have a precise meaning. A very important message for the dreamer, that has been ignored, will repeat until it's understood. To stop these recurring dreams, you have to figure out what the dream means. But, this is easier said than done. Dreams can be entertaining, disturbing, or downright bizarre. They can be vivid. They can make you feel happy, sad, or scared. Lucid dream. A lucid dream is one in which you know you're dreaming. Some lucid dreamers are able to influence their dream, changing the story, so to speak. This may be a good tactic to take sometimes. But, It's better to let your dreams flow naturally in order to see what really happens. Don't be afraid. It's only dream. And if your recurring dreams were caused by the cords of attachment you have with someone, but what could the connection possibly be?
You need me. We're connected.
And if you had lived a past life with this person? Time and space cease to exist when you begin exploring psychic dimensions. We perceive multiple dimensions of reality, where all versions of ourselves are happening simultaneously. There is a place in everybody's energy field called the Akashic Records, holding their entire soul's history, past, present, future, parallel. And through these records, we are able to access any moment in a soul's journey. A past life wound may show up as a karmic illness, which is caused by energy left over from another lifetime that is present now to balance or complete karma for an individual. When used as an opportunity for metamorphosis, karmic illness has the potential to change a person's path in life for their greatest benefit. You can get really specific with names, dates of birth, and locations. This usually happens if one of your past lives was fairly recent. It's important to extract the information that is relevant to the present lifetime and use that to move forward with your purpose in this lifetime. Our lives show us what we need to learn and when. Your life will show you when these lifetimes are relevant, and they come up to help you evolve past a block or a patterns of stuck energy. Every moment of your soul's existence is contained within the Akashic Records of your soul's energy field. It can be located with clear intention to access these alternate lifetimes. Everything is connected, and everything is occurring simultaneously. Your present life can also influence your past life or alternate life for the exact same reason. Everything is occurring simultaneously. That is why it is important to be present and conscious about the decisions you're making and how you are making them. You have the choice to live from a higher vibration, to evolve in some way. Opportunities are always showing up in the present moment for you to choose a higher vibration. If you choose to resist, we make problems for ourselves, because we're just not evolving as we should be. You only get a glimpse that you are in a past life theme when you begin to experience familiar pain and suffering. Your inner soul gets a flash that you have met these issues, problems, patterns, and characters before in your divine play, and it hurts and you want to run. But this is the time to pause, take note, be brave, and face the challenge. You know you are in past life territory when you have tried for years and years to heal and find answers from a psychological perspective and the suffering remains. Or if you have a fixation or a phobia that cannot be explained by a therapist. Maybe you have a nightmare that haunts, or a strange illness, or weird feelings that cannot be explained. When things don't make sense, you have tried everything, and it is also strange. This is when you need the deeper radar of past life wisdom to explain the unexplainable. Because sometimes, you will not heal unless you get past life recognition and answers on a deeper level. Dreams are sacred messages and agents that you can trust. They carry symbols and divine information that lead to real answers and clues about past lives, blocks, and issues that must be faced in your soul. Clues about our past lives can be found in our dreams, our bodies, and our souls. The following psychological, emotional, and physical phenomena all may hold hints of who we once were. Most of us have experienced a sudden, surprising feeling. It's called déjà vu. There are 3 categories. 1. Already lived. An event already experienced, or lived through. 2. Already sensed. Something already felt, perhaps, triggered by a voice or music. 3. Already visited. A place so familiar, we feel we've been there before. But we will come back to this later on. Memories of past lives can also manifest themselves as recurring dreams and nightmares. Dreams of mundane or ordinary life activities may suggest a specific locale you inhabited during a past life. People who appear regularly in your dreams may have had a special relationship with you in another life. Likewise, nightmares may be reflections of past life traumas that have clung to our spirits and haunt our sleep. The karmic transition point in the story that comes around again to highlight what you can heal, change, or make a new choice. Turning on the lights through soul diagnosis is the way to transformation. What does means cords of attachment? We form energy cords that connect us to every person, place, time, and event in our lives. We form these cords when we speak to someone. In the beginning, these cords are small and superficial, but as we develop deeper relationships, these cords grow in size. Our largest cords are often those that connect us to people, and also we don't know. The purpose of these cords is to allow us to connect and exchange energy and information to help us get to know another person better. They can help when we are trying to gain insight into a person's intentions, motivations, or interest in us. But these same cords also allow for the energy exchange to continue long after the interactions. Have you ever had the experience of not being able to get a person or interaction out of your mind, or felt exhausted and drained around a particular person? They also hold us in the vibration of relationship from when these cords were first formed, and can stifle the growth of a relationship. It can cause us to hold on to the past and negative experiences, and cloud our feelings towards a person. These cords are formed from each of our chakras, and connect with the chakras of another person. However, the majority of our cords are connected through our navel chakra. Cords can also be formed to specific places, such as a favorite nature walk, home, work, and even to places in the past, such as a high school football field. Most of the time, these places are ones of comfort or good memories. Other times, they are cords to scary places or recollections. It is just as important to look at the cords we hold to the events that shaped our lives. Many times, we are still connected to the regret, sadness, or loss of that time. As a natural part of our life, we often experience or hold on to moments or periods of intense emotion. These cords follow the law of attraction. When you have cords many times, we are still connected to the regret, sadness or a loss of that time. As a natural part of our life, we often experience or hold on to moments or periods of intense emotion. These cords follow the law of attraction. When you have cords attached to fear, stress or anxiety, you can create more and more, causing a sea of emotion from which it can be difficult to free ourselves. No matter what you try, you can't stop thinking about the other person, or you can't stop sensing about its early life that person lived before. You can feel it very intensely. You are rarely present in your life. Even if months, or even years have passed, the connection grown deeper, and the sensation is all the time inside of you now. Cords of attachments can span multiple dimensions of consciousness. When you dream, you visit the astral realm, or the fourth dimension, and if you have cords of attachment with someone, then you will most likely see this person in your dreams. The connection you have through cords of attachments can't be a pleasant one. Sometimes, cords of attachment contain the energy from the negative emotions associated with that person. The negative energy from the cords of attachments disrupt the natural and harmonious flow of your auric field. Why? You have an opening in your aura via the cord of attachment. Your precious life force energy can be spilled, and sometimes even siphoned by the person on the other end of that cord. When you cut cords of attachments, it doesn't necessarily mean that a person will disappear from your life. Despite all your attempts to remove that person from your life, he or she keeps finding a way back in. This is a clear sign that you have cords of attachment with that person. Cords of attachment are energy structures between two people that cause patterns from the past to continue into the present moment. Cords of attachments can distort your thinking and feelings, cause unconscious reactions. Also, how they affect you. Energy cords create flow between the biological energy fields of those people who are connected, so that their life force energy mixes and flows back and forth through the cord. Cords can create an enhanced psychic connection between the two individuals. This happens either unconsciously anyway. People who are connected by energy cords can feel like sometimes you're too close. Once a person brings awareness to energy cords, they usually can see or feel them. You can feel lost, because it's the first time that happened to you, and you have to ask, why? Energy drained, constantly connection, recurring dreams, vivid feelings, trust in your intuition. You have a gifted. It is time to deeply explore what you feel inner. You're only captain on board. So, operate the controls. Get ready for a long journey in another dimension. You opened a gate to another world. Stay tuned, because you are on the threshold of fifth dimension. I talked to you about cords of attachment, past life. Now, do you know what it means, twin flame, and the fifth dimension? Well, all has to do with the term, twin flame, is a partner who vibrates near, or at the same spiritual frequency. Then, enter the fifth dimension, if your connection is high. Welcome to the bizarre reality. It is an intense soul connection, about spiritual growth. It's possible to form even deeper connections. When going through the process of spiritual awakening, there seem to be more dimensions than the one reality you are living in. We start questioning our life, and what used to be true. Are you living in a reality? Is it real? Maybe because the higher dimensional energies are calling you an energetic shift from 3D to 5D, by raising our frequencies to a much higher level, and transmuting low frequencies of fear to a point where it is left. You feel like a world would be free from any fears and even irrational. It's like living in wonderful world. Your soul feels a serene calm, floats. The feeling of being in the unearthly realm. Compared to third dimension is a material world, and no spiritual. We fear to lose control, and fear to not be secure. And we don't trust people. For us, the death is painful, dark and finite. Right? Many people believe that we have one only life to live and that is it. We are convinced that we have to be right about some privilege. Energetically, the third dimension is a very low vibration. It is connected with us through our spiritual body, but when our chakras are blocked, it hardly can get through to us. In 3D, we actually think there is not destiny. We are not aware of our true identity. A spiritual being in a physical body, suffering from amnesia. Who really am I? As we incarnate into the third dimension, we forget who we truly are. As long as we are cut off, we cannot feel the truth. Every time, our intuition comes through, and expresses our truth, the rational mind shouts out, "Prove it." So we shut down again, as we are unable to prove what we feel. We continue to trying to figure out how life works, and what we are actually doing. If we would speak out loud our doubts, and our true desires, we would just be considered to be insane, and an unrealistic dreamer. In the third dimension, we are thinking negative thoughts, and we are mistrusting everyone and everything. The duality in the third dimension allows us to experience light and darkness, good and bad, joy and despair, better and worse. This is the sad reality. If you choose to take care of yourself, you can come to enlightenment as our frequency raises significantly. We can learn how the universal energies work, and how we can create our reality. The fourth dimension. Now, let's talk about it. It is called the astral plane. It is less dense and much more fluid. But, still has only one timeline, duality, fear. However, linear time becomes more fluid. In this dimension, anything is possible. You can travel into the past and the future. Experienced astral travelers are able to access this plane, also during the day. This can become so real, that they are actually experiencing out-of-body adventures. Find out more and connect to the spiritual realms. These journeys gave you access to the underworld and the upper world. Depending on the energetic vibration of people, traveling in the astral plane can be a very loving and exciting, or a very scary and fearful experience. No matter how far we travel in this dimension, we always stay in this particular timeline. The astral realm is a place where light and darkness come into conflict easily. It can influence you on this plane easily when we are still full of fear, and have not learned yet to set healthy energetic boundaries. When we are able to create our own light, and sustain it, so that it simply absorbs the darkness. The fourth dimension connects darkness and light. On this plane, we can protect us only by applying the energetic universal laws. People of higher frequency are not experiencing the astral plane consciously at all. That is why they often feel alone, or think they imagine their awakening and ascension, because they don't have all these crazy experiences other people get so excited about. These people's body frequency is already higher than the fourth dimensional frequency from birth on. Higher frequency people often experience an unexplainable fatigue during their whole 3D existence, because the difference between the dense 3D frequencies and the much lighter 5D frequencies causes a permanent friction, and the body has a hard time to deal with it. Once their awakening is initiated, and they open up to their spirituality, the process usually happens faster than average, and they cleanse the 3D programming quite quickly, as their system wants to return to its natural frequency as quickly as possible. Once initiated. Fifth dimension. Of all the higher dimensions, source energy on the way down, before entering the realms of limitations and duality. This is the dimension beyond linear time. That means that many different timelines, realities, are available to access. The body is lighter, and of a different cellular structure. When the physical body is fully transformed into this structure, there is no pain. Further, there is no fear. It is the plane of unconditional spiritual love and abundance, manifest in the physical. Our higher self has been fully integrated into our physical body, and has taken over the guidance. This feels very differently from just channeling the higher self. The first time your higher self moves into the physical body fully is quite overwhelming. It is an intense energetic flow of unconditional love, and everything feels light and at ease. Before the higher self can be fully anchored into the physical body, the healing of all bodies, the mental, the emotional, and the physical, has to be completed. Therefore, your higher self will slip in and out for a while, until it can move in permanently. You will know when your higher self is integrated, when you do not question the universal flow, and simply trust your journey. You do not feel the need to interfere or control that flow anymore. It is the plane of oneness, where we feel the connection to everyone and everything around us. In the fifth dimension, we live in unity consciousness, but still recognize ourselves as individuals, as part of the whole. Now it comes much more intuitively and subtle from within, as we have become one with all that is. In the beginning, it feels as if we were disconnected, until we get used to this new way of being connected. On this plane, we remember who we truly are, and are aware of our eternal soul. Manifestation is easy, and the life of our dreams is our reality. In 5D, everything comes without an effort, as we have rediscovered that the universal energetic flow always guides us perfectly. We live in complete freedom and authenticity. As there is no fear, there is no aging, and no illnesses. We live as long as we want, until we decide to leave the body. This happens smoothly, and without any pain. Once someone has raised the own frequency onto a 5D level, the return to the lower dimensions is not possible anymore, unless the soul chooses it consciously. People in 5D are immune to low frequencies, as there is no resonance. They do not attract any darkness, and live in the light exclusively. They cannot be seen by people in 3D, if they have not already started their own ascension process, and are open to the higher frequencies. That is when duality and linear time are dissolving, and all there is left is a life in the now. All experiences are embraced with gratitude, as the soul knows that everything has its purpose for the own growth and expansion of consciousness. We receive information directly from spirit, and telepathy, teleportation and telekinesis become possible. The fifth dimension is the dimension of deep trust, and an inner knowing that everything is happening perfectly. On this plane, we have learned to go with the flow. We know that our light shines so bright that it absorbs the darkness automatically. In 5D, we live according to the universal energetic laws, knowing that we create what we think. We love ourselves, and appreciate our individuality as part of the whole. When we live in 5D permanently, we have reached a state of enlightenment. No wonder that it is referred to as heaven on earth. When you are in a twin flame dynamic, your ascension process is 100% accelerated. This is why the journey is so difficult at times. The density that comes up can be very thick and heavy. The connection brings up a lot of suppressed and repressed emotions from not only this current lifetime, but from past lifetimes as well. Twin flames do not come to Earth for only romantic and personal reasons. When you have a connection with someone, even if it's inaccessible in the third dimension, the material world, the connection in the fifth dimension can however be very present, and you can get informations about that person. For example, a significant period of his/her life and you're connected to. But why? Maybe karmic bonds to live again, to clear. You can consult a psychic in order to know it. You have a vivid, strong, high connection with someone that you don't know. How is it possible? Well, it can happen when you send a message to someone on social media, and suddenly, you're connected. Your energy joined her energy. That's quite crazy. Yes. That's not without reason. You maybe had a past life together, and the reason why you have easily the cords of attachment. First sign, the part that will be hardest, is when you have to solve a complex mystery and investigation, and make an important decision. Anyway, it will keep its mystery, probably for a long time.
Don't forget what you did.
The places of living memory, the parallel of their past lives, feelings ignited, with the repetition of continually present acts, make them one. You're is right. All these people are your memories. Many eyeballs on a same face. That's a powerful, strong feeling. You can feel many varied, and sometimes conflicting emotions. If you feel sick, sad, maybe you're connected to negative energies from that person. Why? Extreme emotions are really uncomfortable, even painful. It is possible you feel from that person. If he or she is tormented, dark inner, a tortured soul, you can sense this dark energy. Also, because this energy is very vivid between you both, the connection can be unpleasant. A twin flame connection, it is far from easy, testing you to your very limits, and making you think you are losing your mind. All emotions become amplified, whether negative or positive between twin flames. Feelings are often exaggerated. If you want some advice, try to protect yourself from all those energies. Keep your mind away from. Maybe, with some magic. Let's take a break. An astral projection travel is directed by the conscious mind. You program the purpose of your journey, where you want to go, is important. What do you feel like? A feeling of floating outside your body, an altered perception of the world, such as looking down from a height. The feeling that you're looking down at yourself from above. A sense that what's happening is very real. Astral projection usually involves an intentional effort to send your consciousness from your body. It usually refers to your consciousness traveling out of your body toward a spiritual plane or dimension. An out-of-body experience is usually unplanned, and, rather than traveling, your consciousness is said to simply float or hover above your physical body. You can travel to different dimensions, and you can visit your twin flame. Your twin has the same frequency as you, and you will feel this same energy. It's like a daydream, just way more realistic. You can feel her, or his essence, and the energy from your twin flame is quite intense. The feeling is very strange, and can be scary, because you can really feel the presence of the person. You started your investigation about this weird bond you have with that person. Not so easy, is it? Maybe you'll need somebody with experience. You think about it over and over, and you keep racking your brain in order to make a decision. It's complicated. It enables your indecisiveness. But you make up your mind and keep it quickly, and you feel happy to have decided to do it. Wrong, or a good choice? You sent your message to the person, and now, you're thinking how his reaction will be. But, you did it. You can consult a psychic. It can represent a positive step in this direction, in order to know more about these strange feelings you feel. However, try to choose a real, good one. This journey is now complete. Unless you happen to exist for a few hours in the misty regions of the Twilight Zone.